It's recording.
Cool.
If you're considering building a teardrop camper, then you already know it's no small task. That's why we are here to help you build it right the first time.
So today we are going to share the 7 things that we would have done differently on our very first build.
Let's get started. Hey guys, I'm Danny.
And I'm Paige.
And this is Wander Tears. Building a teardrop camper requires you to wear a lot of hats. But if you're watching this video, you already know that there's a ton of planning that goes into it before you actually even get started. But in the end, we had this badass teardrop, and we've been able to travel way more than ever before.
After using it thoroughly and making some modifications along the way, there are a few things that we would have done differently if we could go back, and that is what we are going to share with you today.
Number 1, we'll start with the simple fix. It's adding drawers to the galley.
So we finished our teardrop literally the day we went on a cross-country road trip. So we started by just using a basket back there instead of drawers, and after traveling with that for a month, like the functionality was okay, so we just got used to using it. We did eventually add drawers just to like make the galley space look better and more complete, and after putting them in we realized how much more functional it is, so we would just do that from the start.
Alright, so that takes us to number 2, also in the galley. It's the overhead light. The one we used was recommended in all the forums. It's cheap, you can get it on Amazon for probably 10 bucks or so. But the problem with that is it's as bright as the sun, and when you're in the middle of the desert and you have the galley light on, it attracts all the bugs in the neighborhood. And then they'll eat all your food. Second part of that is we actually put it too far forward on the galley, so when the hatch is opened up, the light is actually shining into our face, versus if we would have put it a little bit further down the curve and faced it down towards the countertop, it would have been a little bit more useful.
The fix for that would be to use recessed lighting placed at like the bottom of your hatch.
And the lights that are linked below are not so bright, and they're about the perfect temperature.
So that brings us to number 3, which is securing your cabinets and slides while in transit. So originally our cabinets were sealed shut using magnets, which passed all of the road tests, they stayed shut, but when you pack clothes for a month-long trip and you are on a bumpy dirt road, things bounce around and they did not hold.
I like to slam on the brakes really hard, and then everything would fly out. We would get to camp and we'd open the doors and we'd have a mess of all of our clothes on the mattress. We took care of that with what I call finger latches. They're actually called elbow latches. They're commonly used on sailboats. So in the cabinet door you make a little hole and then you stick your finger in there and you pull the lever and it opens it up. It's really easy to install as well.
So similarly with the slides, or the cooler slide in the back, our quick fix was to just add a latch or a lock. But if we were to do it again, we would just go with locking slides. There are a couple extra bucks, but ultimately it's worth it.
Alright, so that brings us to number 4.
Which is our axle. We went with a leaf spring, and if we were to do it again, we would go with a Torsion or Timbren axle.
Right. The major difference is in the way it rides. So the leaf spring, you'll feel most of the bumps, especially if you're on a dirt road and you get those ripples in the road and it starts to bounce a little bit. With the Timbren and the Torsion axles that are independent of each other, you won't feel that as much.
So if you're just getting started and you're not planning on doing crazy off-roading, the leaf spring will be more than sufficient, and we've gone everywhere we've wanted to go with it. But looking back, if we were to do it again, we would upgrade to the Torsion or Timbren axles just to, again, have that smoother ride.
Right. Number 5 is what we're calling quality control, and really it's more of the attention to detail.
If you are a first-time DIYer, then listen up.
For our countertop, we ended up using some scrap aluminum that we cut off from the roof. It serves as a nice hard surface, but it got all scratched to hell. So we pulled that off and replaced it with some Formica that you can get at Lowe's or Home Depot.
Another small thing is our headboard, because it was just a little too tall for some of the taller cups that we own and use. So again, just tiny little details.
We also built the hatch too thin in the very beginning. The tension of the plywood and the aluminum kind of stretched it out a little bit. We ended up taking it apart and kind of adding some more support to it, and now it works great.
So all of these things that we've touched on, we include in our plans.
We'll put the link to the plans down in the description below. So number 6 is the trailer frame.
Wow.
We went to a manufacturer and had it custom built because we wanted something sturdy and done right the first time. So what we do differently with the trailer frame is just make sure that the manufacturer understands exactly what we want and the parameters that go with that.
And lastly, number 7 would just be to start sooner. We did a lot of backpacking and tent camping, and for some reason I used to have it in my mind that, like, in order to be a legit camper, you had to be roughing it and uncomfortable and like exhausted when you get back. The Teardrop has just made being able to travel so much easier and honestly a lot more enjoyable.
Yeah. What I love about this Teardrop camper is that it gets me off the ground. We enjoyed tent camping, but I hate sleeping on the ground in a tent.
We got rained on a lot. Towards the end, like right before we built this, there was like a streak of every time we went camping, we got like poured on.
Yeah. And
dealing with wet tents and gear and packing up everything while it's raining, it's just not fun.
What this has done for us, it made it way more convenient to camp more often. It's more budget friendly. We throw everything in there and we're ready to go.
And that wraps up the 7 things that we would do differently if we were to do it again.
Number 1 is the drawers in the galley.
Number 2, we've got the Galley Light, using recessed light.
Number 3 is securing everything properly so that it doesn't fly around.
Number 4 is switching out our leaf spring axle for a torsion or Timbren axle.
Number 5 is quality control, details.
Number 6 is just expressing the details to the trailer manufacturer.
And number 7 is we wish we would have started 3 years ago.
Yes.
Actually, we did. 3 years before we started.
Yeah, it has changed our lives and we wish we had figured it out sooner.
Yeah. We've taken everything we've learned about Teardrop camping and building them ourselves and applied them to a set of plans with the goal of trying to help people that are in the planning phase get finished quicker and start enjoying their Teardrop campers as quickly as possible.
Yeah, so basically we just took everything that we wish we had as first-time builders and put it all together to kind of fast-track the process for anybody who's looking to do it themselves.
Right.
Thanks for watching. We hope you got something out of this video. If you did, hit that like button, and if you want to see more videos like this, subscribe.
Hit the subscribe button.
Hit that one.
Yeah. Also, we want to hear from you in the comments. If you built a tiny camper, what do you wish that you had done differently? And if you're planning to build a Teardrop camper, what is the most challenging part for you right now? All right, guys. See you in the next one. Look at the camera. Okay. Stop. This is totally doable. You know?
What?
There's a leaf that flew by.
It was funny?
It was funny.
Okay.
You missed it.
Oh my god. Okay, we got this. We're from Wonder Tears. We are Wonder Tears? Just say Danny and Paige. We're Danny and Paige, not I'm Danny, she's Paige. We're Danny and Paige. And this is Wander Tears.
Hey guys, I'm Danny. And this is Paige. Alright. Alright. See you later.